Hello Sagittarius, Karen here from Emerging Soul Tarot with your seasonal Cancer read, which lasts from the 21st of June to the 21st of July. So I'll just go through a few astrological details, just skim them that I feel are important this season. A lot of earth and water energy, so a bit of lack of your fire, Sagittarius. You have the south node in your sign in Sagittarius, so that's kind of where you've come from. And then we have Venus in Cancer until the 26th of June, making good aspects with Neptune in Pisces and Pluto in Capricorn. So you can expect emotion and transformation that first week of Cancer. Look to your relationships, how you're relating to yourself and to others. Mercury, the messenger of the gods, is entering Cancer on the 11th of July, making good aspects with your ruling planet, Jupiter, and also with Uranus. So expect positive expansions and breakthroughs with communication, information, expansion of beliefs, changes towards the last 10 days of Cancer season. And of course we got the new moon in Cancer on the 9th of July. So a lot occurring for, you know, to focus you on emotional balance and nourishment, and kind of use this month for caring for yourself and for others. So breakthroughs and transformations with emotions, communications, and could for you, Sagittarius, be in the realm of your philosophy, beliefs, you know, your values. So yeah, they're the kind of astrology. If you want more information on the astrological aspects, I'll put a link in the box below for Celtic Cartomancy, and Erwin and Jane there do daily astro tarot on Facebook. So we'll pull you some cards now and get on with your read. We'll have a look at, I've given you some astrological aspects for you, but we'll have a look what Spirit is pointing to with the cosmic energies for you for this month. Okay, so let's have a look. We have a house card. We have the 7th house, which is, yeah, the house of long-term significant partners. It's a house of relationship. It's related to Libra. It can be partnerships in terms of romantic, business and family. So have a look where your house, 7th house, sits in your natal chart, because obviously this is a general read. If you want more specific information to make it more relevant to you as an individual, look where it is, what sign it's in, what planets you've got going on in the 7th house. And we'll have a look at the chakra energies. This is the energy kind of, well, in your energetic body that you may have to pay attention to through this Cancer season. Okay, abundance, that's root chakra. You've got Ganesh there. So Spirit is talking about relationships and abundance. So, you know, with this Venus in the first part of Cancer season, I'd pay close attention to, you know, your relationships, all relationships, and about balancing, because this is a time when we have got the energies here for balancing. But this abundance could also be, you know, with the Mercury coming in and your ruling planet being in Pisces, it could be an abundance in terms of your emotion, you know, getting that balance, having abundance of feelings. So if a lot of us have been feeling a bit emotionally cut off or overly emotional over the last year or so, yeah, this is an abundance. So look for balance, look for abundance within your relationships and within your business, you know, business relationships. So yeah, good one. Root chakra. If you feel you're kind of not having that abundance, then you know, go do some root chakra meditations, plenty on YouTube. I'm going to have a look at the archetypal energy. These archetypal energies are active in the astral plane, but within our psyche, so they can have influence for good or for bad on us. So we'll see which one Spirit's bringing for you to kind of pay attention to. Oh, Avenger. Yeah, so we've got the Avenger, the Master Avenger. So the light attributes with this energetic is a desire to balance the scales of justice. So you're kind of comic book hero in a sense these are based on. And righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So, you know, we're looking about abundance. I talked about balance and this seventh house, which is very balancing. Yeah, so there seems to be a message here for you about abundance of balance, really. The shadow attribute is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So if you're you Sagittarians are often kind of very strong on your philosophy, your beliefs, and what you want to, you know, this kind of expansive vision. So if you're involved in any kind of activism, then watch out for that energy, because and violence doesn't have to be kind of you know, just physical violence. We can cause violence with our attitudes, with our words. Yeah, it can damage people. So yeah, so this kind of desire to balance the scales of justice, and that could be on a personal level, you know, in terms of your relationships or your business partnerships. You may feel you're working somewhere and you're not getting your just rewards, you're not getting abundance in you know, for your efforts. So we've got these energies about, I'll have a look what's manifesting out and then I'll pull us some tarot. So yeah, just be aware of that, because especially when we feel something is, you know, unjust, we can get into this really strong anger mode, and it makes it really difficult to hear all sides of the argument. And there's an awful lot of division at the moment, especially online, you know, over what's been happening with you know, over 2020 and into 2021, and it's causing a lot of passion. So I think for Sagittarius and your kind of strength of vision and having a strength of the broad vision, you know, you could perhaps bring an abundance of balance into these situations. Yeah, so we'll have a look. Yeah, plant seeds of intention. So go, grow, glow. So this is a sense of you know, being clear of your intentions, being clear of how you want things to look. We've got this new moon in July, on the 9th of July, I believe, and that would be a fantastic time for you to have a look at the broad vision of your life. You know, what do you want to see happening for you this time next year or this time in 6 months? So it's, you know, explore what is deep down there. You know, if there's any signs of a lack of abundance, of that injustice, you know, within your partnerships in terms of relationship, family, business, romantic, dig down and have a look what's going on there. You know, is it coming from you and how you're relating, or is it from elsewhere? But you can set those seeds of intention when you really know what's going on inside of you. So again, dig down, you know, beyond any ego, any kind of self, you know, your sense of self. Dig beyond your sense of self in that, and you know what's going on in society, the conditioning, and find your true self, find your true intentions. So, and that can fit into that broad pattern, but sometimes we'll see the broad pattern of what's going on, we'll make a snap decision, and really we're not soul aligned to that. So, interesting message coming out for you here, Sagittarius. So I'll dig a bit deeper with the tarot. Yeah, seems a real sense of knowing what you're about, you know, what your plans are, how you're wanting things to go, what you're wanting to contribute, where there's imbalance, injustice, and where you know, where you want to sow those seeds of abundance for yourself, your family, for the people around you. So have a look what the tarot says. Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so we got, interestingly, we got two Fours here. The Fours in the Tree of Life is the fourth Sephiroth, is an outpouring, it's abundance. So it's kind of the flow down of abundance. This Four of Wands is kind of homecoming for the soul. So that dig deep, you know, find out exactly what your intentions are, whether they're good, bad, or otherwise, because they can be addressed and be brought into that place of abundance. But this is a place of balance. So under your area of relationships, significant partners, and that can be in any area, there's this kind of beautiful balance of passion, vision, union. It's kind of like a homecoming of the soul, a marriage. So that can be, you know, marriage with another person, or that can be a kind of internal marriage, a balancing of the scales for you, a kind of sense of having this equilibrium for you. So that's in terms of your passions, your vision, your feelings. So this kind of balancing within relationship, whatever relationship applies to you. Then under abundance we have another Four, which again is outpouring. This card along with these, I would say, is a guy who's in the material, has a sense of grounding, you know, a real sense of his heart and his crown. You know, he's getting that downpouring of abundance into his head, crown, mind, feelings, emotion. Yeah, so that real sense of alignment with the abundance that Spirit seems to be talking about. And the seeds of intention with this Eight of Pentacles, that's about going about your work. But it can also be a card of looking at the patterns. So when I said about, you know, go down deep, find your find your soul blueprint. Yeah, so if you're in a situation that's really you know, got this imbalance, whether it's where it seems to be materially and feeling, have a look at your feelings, have a look at your material, and have a look at the imbalance, and kind of really find out, do your work in terms of finding out where that imbalance is coming from. Be open to insight, you know, even if it's where you need to realign, you know, where your thinking's wrong. you know, but be really open to seeing what's there under the surface, what's going on deep down, not just from your mental body, but emotionally, spiritually. Yeah. So we'll pull some more tarot. But Cancer is a season of that kind of self-care and care of others. It's home, family, relationships. So interesting, you've got that. So the focus may be on that home, family, relationships. But certainly there's a sense of energy there to kind of correct, to kind of realign to you know, proper purpose, love, care, passion, union, you know, that kind of harmony within yourself and within your family. Queen of Wands, this is coming up a lot in the reads I've done. Queen of Swords and Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so there seems to be a sense of needing to learn with this, plant the seeds of intention. Pages are about kind of almost like life learners, you know, where you're actually learning what your work is. So it could be within those relationships. It might be a good idea to look where they're not where you want them. There isn't that abundance of love, care, either towards you or from you. Just have a look at those. You may be in that sense, that energy that's really unjust, you know, or something very unjust has happened within your family, and it's kind of dried up the wells of love and care from you or from other people. But here you're learning in terms of, you know, what is your soul message? What are you learning here? What is this, you know, what is this imbalanced situation about? You also have two queens here, which are lovely, but they're actually reflective cards. And you've got the Queen of Wands, who's very visionary. So there's a sense Spirit's calling, if there isn't that balanced flow of the Four of Wands in your relationships, particularly at home, but as I said, it can be business as well, you know, partnerships. It's really about the significant others, really. So if there isn't that balance and harmony and that kind of sense of joint purpose, either at work or at home with those who are really significant to you, Queen of Wands comes to bring you vision. She is a visionary, and she's a strong reflective energy. So it may be that you need to reflect honestly, you know, have an honest reflection of what's going on with you in the middle of it too, you know, and kind of do your work of learning, because when difficulty comes, it really is just for us to learn. Then we have this Queen of Swords, and I mean, she is very strong energy, extremely. She's reflective, but you can see she has a hand up. She also has a sword raised. These can be people around you. They could be, it doesn't male, female. They could either be an energy that is working with you, in you, to give you vision for the better thing, you know, for the abundance, for good intentions. But they could also be people within your family or within your situation. So there could be someone there who's very cutting, because the shadow side of this Queen of Swords can be someone who, you know, has a cutting tongue and, you know, may make you feel as though things are very unfair. But here comes this Page of Pentacles, who wants to bring you learning in the situation. It may be that you need to do this speaking up. You know, if you've got that desire to balance the scales in any way, emotionally or physically, to bring that abundance in, then that Queen of Swords energy can bring you very sharp minded energy to communicate. And we got this Mercury coming in, you know, towards the end of July again. And, you know, that's good communicative energy. It's good energy to be speaking out, speaking your mind, speaking your heart, to redress situations that may be difficult. But the spread of cards are beautiful cards. You know, they're really positive cards in terms of how you deal with things. But I think Spirit's just highlighting, you know, there could be that shadow side to this energy. So watch out for it, but don't be overly concerned. And if it doesn't, you know, it's not your what's going on with you, then if it doesn't resonate, then leave it. But there's a sense of vision, abundance, vision, kind of a real balancing for you, Sagittarius, coming in. So, but you need to do that work and learn, you know, if there's anything you need to align. So I would have a look at that within you and around you, what needs aligning to bring you that beautiful abundance. Okay, so yeah, we have the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so I mean, this is valiant. We've got all wands here, so it's your fire energy. So within the relationship, there's vision there. So you've obviously got vision for relationships and partnerships, whether at work or at home. So there's vision and there's balance. There's kind of a promise for things to balance out. But there is this sense of, you know, having to stand your ground. So there may be a situation where you feel you need to stand your ground somewhere. And if you're not speaking up, then that will continue. But this can also be a defensiveness. So be aware that you're not kind of so invested in the outcome of this partnership that you're not seeing the wood for the trees. Because if you look at these wands, you know, we don't know there's anyone on the end of them. And sometimes within relationship we can get, or partnerships, we can get a bit paranoid when we're really invested in the outcome. You know, if we're at work and we want our business to go a certain way, or we want promotion, or we want to graduate, or we can get that sense of paranoia. So, but if you know you're standing in the right position, then this is a call to guard your position, yeah, to guard, to defend what you envision as right and balanced and nurtured. And then we got the Knight of Wands. I mean, lovely passion, lovely passionate energy coming in with the Queen of Swords. So yeah, there's the energy there to do that, to bring that abundance. It can be this is concerned, I mean, this abundance seems to be in most aspects of your life, you know, within your material world. So partnerships, business, work, your mental body, having that reflection, but also the feeling and passion and vision and perspective. So there's an energy coming towards you that will help you kind of hang on to your position, but in a balanced way. And that may mean, you know, giving some ground to other people. Under your seeds of intention, we've got this doing your work and the learning. But there's also a sense of some distress for you. You know, this could be, well, it will be, it's air energy, it's mental distress. So somewhere along the line, the whole kind of read is very positive, but there are these niggles, there are these issues going on which appear to be mental, in the sense that, you know, there may be some, I mean, with this Avenger card, I think there may be some energy of things being unjust, and that could be personal or within a group situation or within society. So it's causing you some level of stress, some level of mental discomfort. You know, your mind might be turning a lot, and you're up at night worrying. So there's that sense that there are, you know, under this go inside, go and see the root cause and ensure it's not, you know, it's not this kind of paranoid feeling. If you're defending, ensure that you're defending from the right place, and, you know, go to the bottom of what your mind is turning over. What is it that keeps you up at night, and what are the seeds, what are the roots of that, what's your intention in that? You know, be honest with yourself, be open to what comes up to you. But overall, Sagittarius, it's a good read, and there's this midstream, the midline of abundance coming down to you, you know, vision, stability, union, yeah, and learning. But there seems to be this that Cancer will be a time of learning for you. What really kind of sticks out for me in this read is you haven't got any cups of emotion and intuition in this read, which may mean that you're a lot in your mental body and your feelings rather than kind of opening to the intuition. So the abundance may come in through that examination of where this distress is sat in you, and then, you know, allowing your emotions to surface. If there's a sense of injustice, you know, allow your feelings to surface, because we're in Cancer month. Your ruling planet is in a water sign, so a good time for kind of balancing those emotions with your mental body. And sometimes our mental distress can actually be because we're not allowing those emotions to surface. We're just stuck in our mind. So yeah, kind of interesting cards for you. I'm going to pull you a healing card to see what comes out there, to wrap the read up for you, Sagittarius. And as I say, if there's anything that doesn't resonate, then just put it down, because it's a general reading. Okay, let's have a look. Wow, got autumn leaves. That's your season, autumn. Seek to enlarge your appreciation of the beauty of nature, animals and humans. Yeah, so there's that sense of the learning, you know. Sometimes when I've got a real sense of you know, looking or being kind of gripped by the outcome, and we can miss that kind of walk to the outcome. So when we enlarge our appreciation of the beauty, whichever, you know, whatever you find beautiful, whether it is nature, animals, but people, and kind of if you're in this situation within a business or within your family or a romantic relationship where you feel there's imbalance, you know, open yourself to see the other person and their point of view, and, you know, and the beauty of their soul, because sometimes when we open up like that, we can have that sense of balance come in. So Sagittarius, I hope that was helpful, and if you did enjoy it, you know, like, subscribe, comment, share if you think anyone else will find it useful. All right, then we'll enjoy Cancer season and lots of love. Bye bye.